Yeah. So we're giving him a lot to edit. Yeah, and I bring nothing to this because he does it all.
Yeah, we used to only have one of these chairs. Because I'm sure you've known how we bought furniture in your life. It's not fucking cheap. I didn't realize how expensive fucking furniture was.
It makes me furious.
It makes me
rage, honestly.
Like, I don't want to say triggered, but like I get fucking triggered when I see the price of furniture.
Bro, same. Because like I'm in this stage where like
so mad.
All of our furniture is about like 5 years old. So it was all cheap because furniture is fucking expensive. So it's kind of time to like start swapping some stuff out. And then I see the prices and I'm like, no, we will sit on this until it disintegrates.
Until
these are sick ass chairs. I like them a lot, but like, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, I only just need this, just this one chair. How much could it be?
$400.
Yeah, $400 for one chair, and I'm from Target, and I'm like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I want a $100 chair.
Exactly, and we were like kicking around the idea because we bought this one, and then what?
I did it.
You did what?
You peed?
Oh no.
Oh. It's like, wow.
We were gonna, because we bought this, and we bought the blue like Chase downstairs. Yeah. And of course, they took like over a month to get here. One came, one didn't come. It was like a whole fucking thing, right? You're like, cool, I can't wait to have a chair in a month and a half. I hope that I enjoy it then. And then we had this one upstairs, just this one. And like, we didn't have another chair up here. And it was like, well, this like is kind of weird. Like, no one wants to hang out in here when there's only like one chair. And so then she was like, hey, I bought another chair. I'm going to Venmo request you for half. And I was like, you fucking twat. And then now we have two chairs. I don't regret it.
But now you're like,
deny the Venmo
request. Declined.
You can consult me on this.
Yeah. So when you come to town with the boys, do you like run out of shit to do?
No. Well, so they haven't been here since Sam's wedding. Yeah. And so when we were here then, we had a lot of wedding festivities. And in between, they were so much younger. Like, they were babies. 2 out of 3.
Levi was like 1.
Levi was 1. Sawyer was 2. Judah was a toddler. Yeah. But so 2 of them were actual babies.
Yeah.
And so most of that time, they were napping, sleeping. And then wedding festivities. So this time is actually a lot easier. Like, they're all, like, so now the youngest one is 3. And he can hang. And so they're all like real kids now.
Got it.
So much stuff to do.
Like today you guys went to the movies, right?
Yeah, we went to the movies, but like
that's like an event.
They think going to Target is fun. Like if you take them to Target and like, well, it definitely is.
Fucking awesome. You guys want to go?
But like just letting that, like they could just spend an ungodly amount of time just looking at the toys in Target. Like
so funny.
They think it's so fun. Like Austin and I the other day took them to the mall and we just walked around the mall and whatever store they wanted to look in, we went in and looked at it. And I
haven't been to the mall in like 4 years.
It was pretty fun. It's like we just walked the mall and at the end of it they got to pick like one thing. They got, the Pokemon cards. They loved it. And they're like, when are we coming back here?
You're like, we have malls at home.
Our malls aren't as cool. They're just not as good. But
apparently we have a good mall.
Oh, it's a really good mall. You have a great mall.
Our mall is.
I've only been to that mall in Arden, and it's better than Arden. So
honestly, I've been to a lot of malls.
I think every mall's better.
I think Galleria at Roseville is my favorite mall that I've been to ever.
I miss the old Galleria with the fucking. With like the half with the U-shaped food court, dude.
Yup. And with the big hole in the ceiling from the fire.
Before the fire.
That was great. At GameStop, right? It was a fire at GameStop.
Yeah.
It was the whole thing.
So that's where they.
I remember when that happened. Mom like called me. Where are you? I'm in class. What the fuck? Like.
Yeah, it was like a big deal. Nobody died, right?
No.
Why was this such a big fucking deal? It was a small fire in GameStop.
There was a robbery too.
Yeah, that's
how it started.
Yeah.
Right?
You rob a GameStop and then you set it on fire?
Something like that.
Also, if you're going to rob a GameStop, why do it in a mall?
Also, why would you rob a GameStop? They don't have any fucking money.
Well.
They're like, look, best I can do is $16.50. Okay, it's all I got in the register.
Just grab a couple PlayStations and call it a day.
There you go. You don't need money.
All they have are boxes there.
Okay, wait. So we've come full circle now to what you said. So Austin came home the other day with the
The Oculus.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've only played with it once, and I played like the Walking Dead game.
I've never done it.
So
Same.
So all I know is that you can play games on it, right? So I'm like, oh, cool. What games are you gonna get?
Awesome. I'm gonna watch porn. That's all Austin's gonna do.
He says, well, I'll probably get this game and that game, but like porn. And I'm like,
This is where it's at, dude.
I'm sorry, what?
This is where we've come.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I don't get it. And he's like, well, you're the person. And I'm like,
It's like POV, but it's your POV.
Okay, but like you can't log on to like Pornhub and do like VR.
They have like VR porn.
He said yes.
I'm sure they have VR porn, but like you gotta like subscribe. I mean, do we really think AJ's like out here like putting blue card on like a fucking subscribe?
You have blue card. I don't know if you still have blue card.
All the Swedenskys come out the womb with a blue card. I know this.
You were saying.
It's a standard issue Swedensky blue card.
I don't have one, and so I didn't understand that reference. I thought this was a porn thing, and I'm like, what?
No,
I'm like,
no,
whoa,
that's
Tammy,
blue
whoa.
waffle.
I'm curious. I want to know.
It's got to be good.
Let's find out. Get on there.
But it wouldn't look the same without the.
Yeah, you got to have.
It would have to be filmed for 3D, right?
Well, for VR.
I know
3D is different.
Yeah.
3D is.
Whatever. Same
I
thing
got
in
you.
my brain. Thank
The
you.
ending would be crazy with 3D.
Wait, no, all I'm thinking of are like the Disney rides and stuff where your chair moves and then you can,
Bugs Life.
yeah, Bugs Life.
You know what they should make?
You get
They
sprayed
should make
and suddenly
like
you're wet.
like a VR game. Like you could practice being a cameraman for porn. So you're like practice filming the porn and like getting the angle. So you're not actually like watching porn. You're like
art.
You're doing it is art. It's
art.
Get it?
Life experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to know.
I mean, it's probably pretty fucking good. I mean, I don't know what's it's
But
you
for
either
free,
go from
is
watching
it?
it like this to like literally being in it. It's only going to get better.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would be weird about is like you got to make sure that door's locked, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because you're in it.
You're fucking in it, dude. You could be going, you're ripping layers of skin off your dick and your mom walks in and you're not even none the wiser.
You don't even do the cover up. You're just like, yeah!
Oh my god.
Ripping layers of skin off. No.
He likes to raw dog it.
It's more natural.
Is
like our ancestors.
Is it? Now I'm hot. Sweating. Jokes are serious, though. There's no service at your house.
It's Auburn.
Nothing will load.
Why do you want to be on your phone? We're doing a
She wants
podcast.
to look up the porn.
Well, now maybe I will. I wanted to send this Venmo before I forget because I'm the worst at that. But you know what? Now we're about to just
Why don't
private.
you do it after your nap tomorrow or before your nap?
We're just going to open a private tab.
Do it.
So what's it called? VR?
Virtual reality.
Virtual.
VR porn.
Yeah. Meta.
Meta? What?
No, because it's the metaverse. He's trying to be fucking funny, dude.
Let's see. It's not going to look right on a phone, but I'm just kind of curious. Like,
See if
it's
I
never
can
going to
get it.
load.
It's okay, maybe I can find it. I won't.
On the iPad, you ain't never going to get it.
Nope. Yeah, this iPad is like fucking 25
It was
years
like the
old,
first
bro.
one they made.
Like, I mean,
Steve
there are
Wozniak
options,
games.
but do we think that the free
point.
options for an Oculus are any good?
I don't know.
Does VR porn exist?
It,
Oh, I spelled exist like a fucking sicko, dude. X-I-S-T by accident. Exist.
so
Because this.
that's where your head's at.
Yeah, that's fine. While virtual reality pornography may feel like something out of a science fiction movie, it already has a formidable, if underground, presence. According to the website Pornhub, views of VR porn are up 275% since the debut summer of 2016.
Whoa!
What?
Whoa, dude!
How
We're
are they doing
behind.
it?
I was playing Time Crisis in 2016 in like a fucking movie theater. I could have been whacking.
Time crew.
I got the fucking pulls, bro.
man.
I was never a Tekken guy, but I was always a Time Crisis. And you had the fucking step, and that's how you like ducked. I was terrible at Tekken. I
Tekken
was
was
terrible
fun.
at like Street Fighter, Tekken,
Mortal Kombat.
VR porn. I was good at that.
Well, now you are, because you know about it.
Yeah, I have my own joystick. Okay, we're gonna get serious. I found like 5 pop culture things that have happened since you were last on.
Okay.
Only 5? Or 5 good ones?
Some of them were like really, like actually depressing, and I so
okay.
kind of left those off. Also, one of them we already talked about, which was the Squid Game, but we can come back to it.
Okay.
No.
That have happened, and I'm just want to
Yeah,
throw it
let's
out
discuss.
as a topic, and we can discuss.
Let's go.
Friends reunion.
Did not watch because, you know, I was out of the loop. Saw the highlights. Can't really comment that much.
Was it an episode?
No. It was them coming back to talk about
It was Matt LeBlanc, 60 pounds heavier, still strong though.
And Matthew Perry still coked out of his mind.
No. It seems
Matthew
like
Perry had a very weird after Friends look. Of all the looks that they all
He's a
had,
drug addict.
it seems like the highlight of the reunion was the
It was Ross and Rachel saying that they both had a crush on each other.
while
No
filming.
way, dude.
Right.
Ross and Rachel, by the way, not David Schwimmer and Jennifer Aniston.
Right.
Ross and Rachel.
That like while filming, like there was all this tension and stuff.
How could you not? It's
You're
Jennifer
fucking-
fucking Aniston, and you're a dork,
I'm sure they all had a crush on her, but
Yeah, and her nips that were always fucking hard in
and
every
still
episode.
do. Jennifer Aniston is like,
a babe. A
she's
total
like
babe.
still is
Yeah, and
very
she's like, what, 50? Like,
probably.
Would smash.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still.
Who else is on that list?
J-Lo.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jennifer Lopez.
Hillary Duff.
Hillary Duff for sure.
Lizzie McGuire. Give it to me.
Lizzie McGuire, she
gets
was like
better with
14 in
age.
that, dude. It's fucking weird.
Well, in the show. In
Okay,
real life,
well-
she was like 21.
She's something. Yeah, I love her a lot. Blake Lively is a
Yep.
hit. She's not that old, but
But these women are like, they're getting older and they like still look the fucking same, man. Or they're like, I mean, to be honest, you'd probably be pretty sad if you saw Jennifer Aniston like in real life. Just from like her persona. By sad, I mean she's still like a beautiful woman, but just
Hollywood is Hollywood.
as women get older, I'm sure you got to try like so fucking hard to keep up that appearance.
yeah, it starts in your 30s. You got to start
like if-
getting if you have any hope of looking decent at 50. Yeah, absolutely. You got to put the shit on your face every single night. Yeah.
What's your
shit?
skincare routine? Drop
Not-
your skincare routine.
AM or
You do have nice skin.
Thank you. I work really hard on it. It's not AM or PM.
Hold on. What's your PM skincare routine?
At night, I double cleanse. So I do an oil cleanser, then a gel cleanser.
Is a cleanser, does it stay on or does it
No, like a
wash
wash,
it off?
an oil wash, then a gel wash. Right, because the oil takes off the sunscreen. Then the gel just takes off what's left of everything else. And then when it's dry, then I do a retin-A, so a prescription, it's tretinoin, straight from the dermatologist.
Wow.
Yeah. And I let that dry. Then moisturizer, and then an oil.
How long does this take? 30 minutes? 20 minutes? 40 minutes?
The actual putting the stuff on is not that long. The gaps waiting for the shit to sink in and dry, if I really wait for it to dry, 30 minutes to an hour.
Do you go to sleep with something on your face?
Yeah, I do the oil last and then I go to sleep.
Because don't they say like you need oil on your skin? Like oil on your skin's good to some degree,
Yeah, I use
heard that.
oil on my skin and like I mixed it in my lotion.
right?
Yeah, it's good for you.
The whole bit was like no oil. Like you need to get everything off your face. But
Yeah,
now
but then
I'm hearing
you're-
that like you need to put oil on your face when you go to sleep, or like when your skin is moist, you need to have oil so your body can absorb.
So for
the
your
shit.
face and your hair, if it gets dried out, it'll make more oil to compensate. So for your face and your hair, if you keep it moisturized, it won't produce as much oil.
What do you think of these like things? And I want to get one. We could talk about me trying to pop my blackheads and like giving myself a fucking a black nose.
The thing.
No, like they have like machines that like go over and like suck it all out.
So
I
haven't seen that.
I want to get one of those so fucking bad.
So I do that. I let a professional do it like once a month. I used to have one at home that it didn't suck it out. It would just like sandpaper it. Don't recommend that. But having a professional suck it all out, like, and then she shaves my whole face with a razor. I love it.
Wow.
I love
That's
it.
about the extent of my skincare. Sometimes I'll shave.
Sometimes.
That's about it.
What it must be like to be a boy.
Well, I don't have good skin, so.
Yeah, you do now.
Yeah, you don't have like zits or anything.
Yeah.
But like men's,
that you can
but like
see.
our pores are big.
I mean, I guess, but like, again, no one can see your pores. They can just see your bruises.
That's true.
That's why we have
Dude, I
facial
went,
hair.
I'm telling you, bro, I was in the bathroom at work and I was like, I just had like this inkling, like, oh, I want to fucking get these like blackheads, and I got it, and like a bunch went like squirted out. That's the noise they make. They go like they're screaming.
I live
And
for
then
that.
I was like, oh man, I want to get these ones right here. And
That's
I
my
go,
back.
and then I was like, ooh, that one.
That's
that
my
really
biggest
hurt my
skin
nose.
struggle is not picking. Honestly, because,
See?
oh man. Well, all of these.
Picking or popping.
both.
See, I'm good at not picking. I have to pop.
I have to do both.
absolutely have to pop.
Oh, I do
Anything I
both.
have to pop. I don't pick.
When-
I
and
have to
Emily's
pop,
always
but-
trying to pop all the blackheads on my back.
Oh, let me do it.
Let's do it
Girl,
right now.
Emily hurts when she does it. She doesn't know how to do it
She
right.
doesn't like
Oh,
you.
I'll
I
do
know.
it. I'll do it good. I mean, I really like to dig in there, but I know how to do
Can you? Do you
I
like
can handle
pimple
it much
popping
better than
videos?
Tyler.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you follow Dr. Pimple Popper?
No, because too much is too much. I like when they just pop up in my algorithm naturally.
Same.
There's a guy on TikTok. I'm sure you've seen him. He's like fucking gorgeous skin, like fucking eyebrows, right? And he's like always reviews like
Does he have a good
pimple
jawline?
popping. Have you seen it?
No.
How have you not seen this guy on TikTok?
Okay, I haven't, but what I get on TikTok occasionally is I get these A1 videos with classical music playing over them.
And it's a pimple.
And like when I tell
Like a
you
monster.
that
the
sounds
cinematic
awesome.
value is and it's so like
Who says art's dead?
I will just watch. It's so zen. Like it genuinely like calms me. And the way that I'll have watched it a million times without realizing I'm still just watching the same shit on loop, and I'm like,
Oh, I'm in a trance. I'm in a zit trance.
yeah, I'm like, wow, that really did it for me. Wow. I haven't seen your guy though, but my agent's on it now that we're discussing it. I'll see it tomorrow.
It's already on.
Yeah, my agent's. On top
Although you
of
don't
it.
have any signal, so I don't know how he's gonna hear it.
He always knows.
Dude,
He's got me.
I followed one car dude on my Instagram. The forest
Big mistake.
guy.
Oh, yeah.
Follow him. I followed him once. Every other fucking thing is some like foreign video with like the same like of like some fucking Mercedes that's like $120,000. I'm like, I follow one car dude. Everything,
and he
everything is cars.
And that one is like just reviews
He just-
of cars off the lot.
Yes, that's
Like,
it.
that's it.
And
Like,
like,
that's what I want.
Kayla, I'm not a car dude.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
You're so far from
I'm so
it.
far from a
Yeah.
car person. Every fucking
It sounds like your
suggested
agent sucks.
Instagram reel is a goddamn car thing. And what's funny is I always fucking watch them and I hate them.
No, you're perpetuating it. You're enabling it, really. So that's one reason though. I will not look at. I will not open if I see any sort of animal or child. No, I don't want animal videos.
Why?
I don't want kid videos.
So I was going to go to Nature is Metal next.
Dude, Nature is Metal's the
That's
best
the
account on
best
Instagram.
account.
I don't even know. I don't know what that is. But you know when someone's
It's
like,
just, it's real nature. It's showing like,
okay, that I might like. I'm
like
talking
a tiger
about like,
rip off a baboon's head.
look at
Like,
this dog walking on his hind feet. It's hilarious. I'm like, no, I've seen that shit. It's not funny
so
anymore.
It's comedy animal. Those are dumb.
These are the things that people will occasionally send.
Like something that was
they'll
on America's
text.
Funniest Home Videos circa 2004.
Yes, and I'm like, I don't want to see this shit. Same thing with like kids stuff. If TikTok catches a whiff that you have kids, they'll be like, "Oh, you have kids?" Then they'll bombard
them with
you.
Amazon Needs Part 110.
Oh
for your
my
kids.
gosh! And I'm like,
See, Emily's
I
always
don't
sending me
want
stuff
to
on
see
Instagram,
this.
like, baby led weenie stuff and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
so now all my fucking sponsored shit is all this fucking.
half my Instagram stuff is, see, I like to keep my stuff separate though, because my Instagram is a lot of that. Like I get like a lot of parenting stuff. I'm down with it. My TikTok, I just want to be entertained. I want to be entertained.
TikTok's algorithm is so much better than Instagram's.
It's
like,
yeah,
by far.
it's so
You can
good.
get on there and actually be entertained. Like, yeah, you get the one that's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is an ad, or like, okay, this is not for me.
It changes so much quicker too. Like my Instagram will still show me like stuff with like breastfeeding, and I'm like, bro, it's been a long ass time. Like, get with it. TikTok, like today I could be a car guy, and tomorrow I could be
I'm fucking
a
gardener.
stripper.
Yeah.
And TikTok's like, yeah, we're on it.
Got you, fam.
Yeah.
Like, I got it.
I would, yeah.
So TikTok's agent knows what's up.
Dude, TikTok's got their algorithm fucking figured out. And
Oh,
it's so it's what's creepy is that like one is so much better than the other.
Yeah.
That like there's room for
Isn't
improvement.
Facebook on all of them?
No.
Facebook's the worst.
TikTok's owned by a company called ByteDance.
Oh,
Yeah.
ByteDance.
ByteDance.
I don't have Facebook either.
Facebook is
Facebook blows.
just to log on there and see what kind of like right wing nonsense my family members are posting.
I've blocked it all. So my Facebook feed is like the random ass groups that I'm in.
I find it entertaining and like soothing that like there's people that live a certain way, and I just go, okay, this is
No, they're all blocked.
They're all on the bridge over there too.
Dude, did you get?
Do you have these people in?
They stand in the overpass with like their
waving,
American flags and
like,
their Trump flags and Blue Lives Matter flags.
You know, now that you're
As
saying
if-
that, I saw a cluster of people on the side of the interstate one time doing that, and I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
As if me
and they're
driving
like,
past them
yeah,
going like, oh,
honk
yeah,
for
dude.
MAGA. And I'm like, the fuck?
Dude, so up at this overpass right here, like every
every overpass.
yeah, every other like every weekend or so, there's like, I mean, there's probably like
Why?
Rotation of like
over like
30
over
people?
like 30-ish people,
Yeah.
probably like
on rotation. Like
yeah, and
Like,
they're out
that's
there,
what they're
out there,
doing with
like,
their
fucking
weekend?
early, bro. Like this is what they've chosen to do with their time, which is great. It's their
But what is it
American
that
right.
they're doing?
So here's what
they're
I,
holding a fucking flag.
and they take their flags and like put them in the fence, right? And, like Biden's not my president, Trump,
Yeah.
Blue Lives Matter, let's go Brandon, because they're so funny. Like that's so funny. Like
Yeah, and
that's just so
we're
funny.
so triggered by that. Not let's go, Brandon. No.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
I
what am I
better
gonna
change now.
Not let's go, Brandon. Ugh. So this is what I've rationalized. Not rationalized. I've come up with a good example that is not me just shitting on the people with the things.
Yeah.
Imagine this is pizza, and it's just this is the exact same thing as like,
Pineapple doesn't
hey,
go on my pizza.
no. I like pizza, and then I drive and I go, I don't really like pizza. That's it. That's all that fucking happens. Like, and I maybe think like, I wonder why that person likes pizza.
Yeah.
So interesting. Or I go, hey, I like pizza. Hey, there's other people that like pizza too.
Go. Oh, we're
No. And then I go, hey,
the-
there's other people that like pizza. Like, that's
Cool.
fucking it.
Yeah.
It's not like they're protesting. It's not like
But
they're...
they're not campaigning
What are
either.
they-
So that's
No,
What are
it's
they
over.
doing?
I'm confused by what.
They're wasting their weekend.
This is the thing. It's like, this isn't like...
But
we're
this
gonna
is why
go-
it's so fucking concerning to me, because we've gone,
We're
not
so-
we,
this is why it's
they've
fucking
gone
concerning
too fucking far. Like, what are you doing? You've lost your minds. They've lost all the marbles. No more marbles to be found.
On
It
like
makes
both
no
sides,
s-
by the way. I'm
Yeah.
not even like picking one
It's
side
both.
to pick on.
Makes
it's
no
just
sense. I'm like, bring it back in a little closer to the center where there's rational thought. There's some marbles.
That's all we
Oh
need.
no, let's go, Brandon.
There's some marbles left in the middle. There's some marbles
Yeah,
left.
I like pizza. I don't really like pizza, but I wonder why that guy likes pizza. That's literally... It's not like they're promoting some like cause. It's like, so you think the election was stolen? That's basically, this is all you're telling me, is that like, you think the election was stolen?
I didn't even
And
get
Trump
that from
did
the.
something about it. They wouldn't be
That-
somewhere where we can't stop.
Like, honestly, like going on like Facebook is more productive than you going out on the flag.
Legit.
Well, it's too bad they're spending their time on the overpass, not watching the hearings.
Dude, did you just take a shot? How dare you?
Dang.
Well, when they...
Pew pew.
Pew, pew. Okay, so Friends reunion, like. Sorry, like up or down? Jen Aniston's still hot.
Jen Aniston, would bang. What's next on your list?
Free Britney.
Oh, oof. Up to speed on the Free Britney. Sort of. Here's what we should discuss. Do we think that now, at this point in time, so she just got married. Did you see? Yeah.
To Kevin
Her
Federline, right? This is the Britney I love.
No, but on the day of her wedding, her baby daddy did break in.
Yeah, he got tackled.
And try to rescue her from her own wedding festivities. So the question is, do we think Britney is actually free, or do we still think there
you're on like some deep state, let's go Brandon,
conspiracy.
Free Britney shit, dude. Let's go Britney.
I'm fascinated by the Britney conspiracy theories. See, these are the conspiracy theories I'll entertain. Right. Like, interesting. Sell me. I'll consider it.
So, my whole thing with this, I think Sam and I have talked about this. It's like, okay, I've watched the Britney documentary, so I have some.
I haven't seen it yet.
I have like
Is it
one
so good?
leg to stand on. I've seen one of the Britney documentaries on Hulu. It was terrible, not great.
Great. No, I'm not going to watch it.
I was really excited.
I know I was too, and it was about the protesters. That's it. Well, because they can't interview Britney Spears. They can't fucking interview anybody, and anybody signs an NDA. No one wants to fucking say anything.
Okay. Do you follow her on Instagram or see
Britney
her?
Spears?
Yeah.
No, but there's all sorts of weird deep state shit where like she posted she wants to be free like a butterfly, so she must be trapped. It's like, cool, your Invader Zim hoodie and your fucking Internet Explorer research. This is what you fucking came up with?
Invaders.
That's a good fucking pull. So what I don't get is like, people love Britney Spears this much? Like,
Yes.
don't we have better things to fight for than
When
like...
did Toxic even come out?
I was thinking about, and like, it was like, when was the last Britney Spears song I know?
Britney
Toxic and then
Spears
Circus.
has been America's sweetheart since she was
What?
a child.
More like Drew Barrymore.
More like Jennifer Aniston.
Per Britney Spears fans. So it's one of these
Per
things
Britney.
where
Disclaimer.
Britney
There's 6 of
Spears
them.
fans, no, there's a lot. And Britney Spears fans there's no one mediocre. If you are a Britney Spears fan, you are...
Die Hard?
Yes.
Or you're not part of the fucking club.
Right. And yeah, like Lady Gaga, I find that she's the same. Like Trump. Yep. You're either
You're all in.
all in, blood oath, or you're simply indifferent.
I like Lady Gaga as an actress.
Same. I think she's a super talented musician.
She's very talented. Just doesn't...
Yeah, I don't love her.
Kind of dancey.
Yeah, I don't like dance pop music, but
this whole Free Britney thing, I mean, this, again, you like to derail shit. You got to stop with the derailing, dude.
I got to get my thoughts in when I can.
It just seems like we have more productive things that young people could be putting their energy towards, rather than causing this whole ruckus and this whole storm. And again, I watched the documentary. I'm totally sensitive to the fact that from a young age, she was like paraded around, inappropriately put out there. Men acted inappropriately towards her on talk shows, in public, like in private. I'm fucking sure, like the mental instability of this woman and how the paparazzi have like pushed her to the fucking edge. Like, I'm totally sensitive to that, 100%. However, she is like a fucking celebrity and has like a shit ton of money. And I know everybody's like, well, money doesn't fucking mean anything. Well, if I had more money, no one would feel bad for me.
Did
so like,
she not have access to any of the money though?
Yeah, that was gonna be my.
She also like lived in a fucking mansion, and I know.
But she couldn't do anything.
I know how I'm sounding like the fucking cis white male that I am, like pig. But like,
it's very self-aware. I think.
Sure, I'd say you weren't.
I mean, I do see the argument for there are other things one could argue would be a better use of energy other than like the way that people were all in with Free Britney. Imagine if you were all in with,
like literally anything else.
Anything else. But
not extra guac charging at Chipotle would be.
Look, that's a problem.
So
I'm sorry,
goofy.
Kayla. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So this could go one of two ways. You could argue though that so Britney's case though sort of set it like a really good precedent for other people in her position, because it's not just her really. Like at the end of the day, like people who like have mental health issues and other people take advantage of it. Yes. So
especially she has a shit ton of money.
Right. So if she has so much money and she's famous and she ended up this way, then what about, regular ass people. So I think that there's something to be said for that. But then I also was reading something recently that people almost like, because everything that's happening in the world is so overwhelming, that people almost latch on to random shit like that. So things like the example that I read was the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial, and people were like obviously it's super entertaining and like important in a way, but like imagine if y'all were as interested and opinionated on shit that fucking matters, but that because everything's so overwhelming, when there's something to focus on that's like that you can fixate on instead,
and there's a side to take.
It's almost like you know how like you just need to dissociate. It's not like that. Like you can just, you know, Ukraine's not dying.
Yeah.
Because Johnny Depp is innocent. Shit like that. I think that's interesting. I think it's like that.
Did you watch any of that trial?
Yeah.
To me, the only interesting part was how fucking stupid Amber Heard's lawyers are.
Same.
That
same.
was fucking hilarious.
Did
I could
you
care
watch
less
it?
about the rest of it.
The only thing I know about is from what I've heard on.
Oh
other
my
people talk
gosh.
about.
The only clips really that my agent gave me, the only clips I was interested in, her lawyers, like it's
like their first day like out of law school.
I was mind
At
blown.
law school.
I was mind blown. Like I was like
there was one where they asked him a question, he went to answer it, and the lawyer objected. He's like, "It was your question." Like,
it
Wow.
was
so bad. Like,
it was embarrassing.
it's so fucking funny.
It was embarrassing. I was like, I'm still confused because she has money. I'm like, why did you hire them?
And then you know, all over and everything, she's supposed to pay him like 8 point whatever million.
Yeah.
Whatever the number is, and her net worth is like $2 million.
Yeah.
Well, you're in the hole like $6.5 million.
I don't think she's getting any more jobs.
I think that was also on my list.
She got
Amber
cut
Heard,
from
Johnny
Aquaman
Depp.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit show. Her lawyers.
Yikes.
So Free Britney.
Free Britney.
You still think she's in a conservatorship like a little bit? That's like your.
Oh no, I don't. No, I think
that's like your conspiracy. Like you would bite if someone had some legs on it.
Yeah, I would.
yeah.
I could be
see it.
swayed. I
Yeah.
could be swayed, but ultimately, right now, I think Britney's freed. But Britney's got mental health issues.
She's messed up in the head. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think-
because of all the things you already said. I
Like,
think she is.
Watching
yeah.
the documentary, the paparazzi people are fucking gross.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like really.
American
How do you
entertainment
do that
is gross.
You're just a fucking scumbag. Like I don't know. Like I have to feed my family. Like go work at McDonald's, bro. Like
honestly,
Go
you're taking
do
pictures of
legitimate
people.
photography for a fucking newspaper.
Like, you have the equipment. Like,
Yeah. Like National Geographic's hiring. Like,
Yeah.
fuck off.
And like pictures of her kids too. It was
Disgusting.
the documentary was like I know I said it was like not that great, but the stuff where they did show like how many fucking people are around her at all times. Like
Right.
at all fucking times. There's like hundreds of people surrounding her every move. She walks out of a hotel to get into the car, to go take a shit at the gas station,
This is
to
why
go
you do
to the
one-hit wonder,
restaurant,
man.
to go to the whatever. It's like she just can't be left alone. And I know people are like,
Sucks.
well, that's the life you asked for.
No,
I don't think
I
she really
disagree.
asked for
No.
this. And that's, I do want to say that. I just think the obsession that people had and they latched on this Free Britney thing, like, kind of annoyed me with, like, yeah, guys, like, there's, like, stuff that matters
there's
more.
real stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
than
but you
this.
know what
And I know
else is
that you
very
c-
interesting is that like that is how it happened though. Like it was the Free Britney obsession from fans that really freed Britney.
Maybe. Like, that's a good point.
Like
I guess.
that is actually like
Yeah,
what.
I guess how did it come about? Like, was she like, I want out? Or no, because she couldn't say that she
So
wanted
people
out.
have been saying Free Britney for a long time, like fans and stuff. Like it started very small and then it grew and grew and grew where super fans and her fan base and everything was like showing all the proof, like, look, and then it eventually just gained so much momentum that enough people who, like regular people who were not Britney stans were like, wait, is this for real?
Yeah, like, if I called my dad, I'd be like, you heard of Free Britney? And be like, oh,
right. Like
yeah.
enough regular people were like, damn, seems like there's something to that actually. Like, huh, interesting. And so it like just got big enough that like then Britney was like, I guess had enough behind her that she was like, yeah, free me. And then, you know, then it became a real actual
Remember
thing.
when she like shaved her head?
That was,
that was like, I know it was, but that was like, oh my God, she's totally fucking unhinged. Now if somebody does that, it's like, oh, like who cares? It's just so funny how the times change. Like how the perception of like the actions people do to like lash out for when they're just getting pushed to the fucking edge. And like that was something she did to like lash out. But now if you shave your head, it's like seen as like artsy. It's just different.
Like,
it's different. Even
if you're not lashing out, I always use that example from like, remember when Miley did the VMAs and the outfit with the twerking and and everyone lost their minds. But like now it's like, okay, this is like just common. A performance. Right. So I just think like some stuff
the line of like crazy quote unquote has just gotten blurred so much. Like
things just change with time and people just lose their shit over something. Like, you will not care about this tomorrow, I promise. You know, it's just not that serious.
It's true.
But if Britney is free, do you really think that her now husband, there's something, I'm just not buying it, you know?
Who's she married? Who's she married to?
Oh,
and isn't she pregnant?
Sam. She miscarried.
Oh. Now I feel
I forgot I had tried to Google what I had tried to Google, and I just opened my phone to it. What a surprise.
What was the result?
Well, only one thing loaded, and it didn't look like
it was the porn thing.
It didn't look like what I would choose.
What would you choose? I'm curious.
Whoa.
Furries.
No, never. Anyway.
Is that all we have on that?
Are you waiting for me to answer?
I don't know. I didn't know what you were looking up.
I'm trying to look up Britney Spears' husband's name, but nothing's freaking loading.
Relax. You don't need to be on your phone anyway. I could be on my phone. Oh, the list of other celebrities that are in conservatorships.
Amanda Bynes.
Yes. Lindsay Lohan.
So?
Apparently it's Lohan.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
No.
There was a day that came out, she was like, I'm Lindsay Lohan. Like,
Lohan.
You pronounced your own fucking name wrong.
Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys.
Huh?
How old is he?
Yeah, still alive?
He has mental issues after being diagnosed with bipolar schizoaffective disorder. Wilson psychologist Dr. Landy began controlling everything.
Well, that's kind of different. Like, he doesn't capable.
I just disagree. I think it's your money. It's your money.
I guess.
I guess it's just strange. Like, how does this even come about? Who's like, hey, you're not equipped to do anything.
Right.
Like, who comes? Is it like an intervention? Like,
it just seems like an overstep to be like, you're famous and rich.
Unless he asked for someone to look out for it.
Well, that'd be different. And there's also like so many limitations to like other things. Like if I give you power of attorney or whatever, like, if I agree to it and we set something up, it's just so much different than
exactly. Like how do we know that Brian Wilson was even like cohesive or cognitive? What am I trying to say? I don't know.
Cognizant.
Cognizant to like. It's another code word. Making me sound kind of smart. Aware enough to be like, yeah, I want this.
Right. Yeah.
Joni Mitchell.
What?
Really?
Fascinating.
Handle her affairs Superior Court Judge.
David Cunningham this would not be my choice.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh. That's the VR?
Yeah.
Porn?
Yeah. This would not be my choice of site either, so that's probably the first.
Did they make VR porn for girls POV?
Well, that's, I guess, what I'm now wondering.
Right, so you can look at the bed? Or like the headboard? That's not very fun.
Depends on the position.
Oh, man. I was going to make a really sexist joke. I'm going to say it anyway. Or the kitchen. Like the oven. The vacuum.
Shame.
Oh, God.
That's funny.
Okay. My next on the list. Yes, we're just fucking joking. Speaking of jokes. Dave Chappelle's Netflix special Backlash thing. Did you...
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
Same.
Mm-mm.
Like you don't want to say anything? Or
no,
you
like
don't
I
know
just,
about it?
Yes.
Pass.
Nothing.
I heard about it, but I didn't watch the special. So.
I didn't even hear about it. I don't I don't know.
He had a trans joke.
Well, was it bad?
Didn't age well.
Well,
I guess.
No, it was a new one.
Oh.
It was a new one that he put out like this year, I think, or last year. And he had this whole, it was like a long arcing joke about like he had I'm gonna butcher like the premise, but I'm pretty sure he had a joke about like a trans friend that he knew who would come to all his shows, and like she ended up like passing away or something like that. And he was like telling all these stories about like how she would come to a show and heckle him and give him shit and all this stuff, and was kind of making these like trans jokes in the middle of it. And then people were like trying to cancel Dave Chappelle and saying like he's been transphobic for years and all this shit. And then it kind of just like died off, and Netflix kind of stood by him and was like, we're not going to take Dave Chappelle off. Like, he's a comedian, blah, blah. And it's rare to see that kind of shit in this age of like cancel culture of like, you can't fucking
It wasn't Dave Chappelle like, fucking cancel me, I don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, like he lived in like Africa for like 10 years. Like,
yeah,
there's nothing you could do to Dave Chappelle.
Care.
Also, Netflix has been like the only good thing to Dave Chappelle. You think they're just gonna like pull the rug out from him?
True,
like,
yeah.
Comedy Central fucked him over, and then he went to Netflix and he was good. And then the next
Are you
thing
still
on
looking
here,
at porn?
No, I'm trying to look up Britney Spears. It's not loading. I give up. Go on.
Squid Game, but we already talked that you haven't seen Squid Game.
No,
It's pretty good.
I heard it's good. Then they're making a sequel, and they're making a real life version.
I saw that. Netflix is making a real life Squid Game. The winner can win like $4.5 million.
But in the game, in the show,
they
don't
die.
you die?
Yeah.
So not a real one,
Right.
obviously.
Mr. Beast already did that though.
Who's Mr. Beast?
He's he's like the biggest YouTuber like on Earth.
I don't do a whole lot of YouTube.
Same.
Yeah, I don't either. I just know his name. But he already like did this thing. He like spent like a.
I actually think I heard about that, and it was like a real Squid Games.
Yeah, he like did a
killed
kill.
some people,
No, he
or-
did like an awesome job.
But yeah, I heard it was really good. But you didn't die, obviously. But I heard
the
about
winner
that.
like got money or something. He's like one of those like, I'm gonna give you a fucking. I'm
Ferrari.
gonna give a homeless guy a Tesla. And it's like he's a fucking bum.
Like, he wants a house.
He doesn't want a car. And then the last thing was Amber Heard, but we already kind of talked.
Yeah, we talked about that. We could talk about it. There's more.
I'm game to hear it. I don't really know anything about it other than what I've heard on other podcasts talk about it.
So did you follow it at all?
No.
Oh, did
Well,
you?
I heard she pooped in the bed and that she like cut
Literally,
his finger off or
no
something.
one will ever forget that she pooped the bed.
Yeah.
That's
She literally pooped
And that
the bed.
she's just like an unhinged, like crazy person.
so. I guess that's sort of
And-
what?
sorry, go ahead.
No, what?
I was just gonna talk. It's really funny hearing all the like sound bites, like a mega pint. Like,
I didn't hear see that
you
one.
hear that?
No.
When the lawyers were talking, and you poured yourself a mega pint of wine. He's all mega pint.
So
A
that was
large glass of wine.
the other takeaway from all the clips that I saw, other than her lawyers being so shitty, is that honestly Johnny Depp was so funny.
So fucking funny. Dude.
It was hard to stay like objective because, and I really wanted to just see how it played out,
Yeah.
objectively. But like anytime they were on the stand, he was hilarious,
Yeah.
and she was batshit.
Yeah, she thought my dog
She's
sipped on
not-
a bee and does this like weird face. Like,
She was not even a good actress.
No.
She would literally like say something and then look at the jury and be like, and try to squeeze out tears.
Yeah.
She'd be fake crying, but like looking at them when she did it. And I was like,
Meanwhile, like-
girl, stop.
like Johnny Depp is literally criticizing the other her attorneys. Like, they're all hearsay. He's all, were you there? Well, no, I guess not.
It's so weird to have like two actors like doing this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't tell if they're like, are they like,
I could, yeah, because Johnny Depp was
weird.
also like, you don't even know, like, is this his personality,
Jack
or is he,
Sparrow?
yeah,
Like,
is
is
he
he-
putting on, like, he's obviously playing up the, like, he's funny and charming and shit, but like,
I think he's just funny and charming.
but that's the thing you don't know.
so
like-
what was the case about? Was it that
She-
It was
Released
defamation.
defamation,
Yeah.
right?
Defamation case,
Yeah,
right?
She published an article or whatever. Wrote
Yeah,
an article.
an op-ed.
Yeah, but she
Amber
never
Heard?
Yeah, she never.
It was an
Go ahead. She never specifically named Johnny Depp, but she
She said Donnie Jepp.
had talked about domestic violence and all this other stuff.
right, but
And-
to prove that it was defamation, they had to like basically like
relive their whole like
decide.
relationship.
Well,
yeah.
they have to decide like if it was true or not. Like if what you're saying is true, then it's not defamation. If what you're saying is false, then it is.
Right.
So even though it wasn't a was he abusive case, they kind of had to get to the bottom of it to decide whether or not.
And so originally Johnny Depp sued her for defamation for like $50 million or something like that, and then she turned around and sued him for defamation
Countersued him,
for $100 million.
Because him suing her for defamation was like saying that she made it all up and was a liar.
And in turn defamed her. But
right.
And Johnny Depp won the case, right?
Yeah.
In America. She won the one in the UK.
What?
Yeah.
They have two?
Yeah.
There was one before, yeah. Which is super interesting.
What does that even... What? So did they live there? Did they live in the... Or I mean, Johnny Depp
lives in London.
15 houses.
He lives in London, though.
But...
I lives in London.
I read, too, though, that, like, so... The UK court system is, like, harder to... Basically, that case almost has more legitimacy because it's harder to prove that there than here. So that win has more weight, basically, than...
I hadn't heard that.
That's what I heard, what I read. I don't know.
Across the pond. Out of sight.
Out of sight.
The only clip I heard was like somebody asking Amber Heard about like this donating money thing. And she just kept saying, I pledged it.
Yeah.
I pledged the money.
Yeah.
And it's like this circle of like, and I mean, they played the clip. It was on Joe Rogan's podcast. They played it and it was like, oh my God, it's been going on for 8 minutes.
Yeah.
This fucking really happened of like, Amber.
Did you
said you were going to donate the money. I pledged it. Amber, that's not, well, my definition of pledged and donate.
But she finally says, she's like, well, okay, so I haven't gotten to it yet.
She goes, I've been sued. Like, so well, this was like 7 years ago. Like,
my other favorite clip was, so they're asking, it's like Johnny Depp's like friend. He does something else.
I think it's like security. The big dude.
Yes,
yeah.
His security guy who's also actually his friend. And they're asking him all these questions, and they say, you know, well, something about the no. They're like, well, you know, well, can you confirm something about the abuse? Guy does not miss a fucking beat, and he goes, "What abuse?" just like
a trained fucking actor,
just like so quick, and he says it like just like he's like Skyping in. He goes, "What abuse?" And like the lawyers are like,
damn it,
fuck.
Wait, so I saw
this guy's a fucking ringer.
I saw that clip on TikTok too. So they play the clip, and the second he says it, it plays. Da 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 da. I watched it so
like
many.
The Curb Your Enthusiasm.
So many times, just like dying laughing. Like
there's another one where with the same dude where the lawyer's like, and when you walked into the foyer, you saw Mr. Depp peeing had his penis out, and he's like, what? And they cut to John, and he's over there just like fucking dying. Like,
it was just.
Seems like I just need like I need like a clip.
You need
I mean, like a highlight. I need a fucking supercut of just like
the highlights reel is
it's gold.
Oh, it's so fucking funny.
When was the last time we had anything like this? This fucking crazy. Have we ever had anything this crazy?
I feel like it had to have, but I can't remember.
I think not with this much social media.
You're right.
Yeah,
we're at the height of social media. Not at the height
of like clips are gold, and it's just
instant.
like you poop the bed, and like that clip is just like fucking take it and run.
And
like
that has been like joked about with Sunny so fucking hard now. Because there's a whole episode called "Who Pooped the Bed."
Oh,
because a bunch of adults share a bed.
You know, imagine deciding to go with this case, knowing it's gonna come out that shit the bed.
Yeah.
On purpose, like
I don't know.
Oh,
it wasn't even like
it wasn't. Yeah.
So like it was like apparently from what I heard, it was like bed was made.
Yeah.
Big dump in the middle of the bed.
Yeah, like she did it on purpose.
Was like,
a power move.
You know what, bitch? Like, clean this shit up.
Yo, I could not even if I tried. My body would be like, no, we are not.
Have you ever pooped outside of a toilet?
No.
Really?
Ooh. You gotta come backpacking.
No.
Or just have to shit on a road trip.
My body just simply would not. Like,
you'd be surprised.
It would.
I can barely go like when I travel. Like my body's like, no, we're not at our potty. We're not going. And I'm like, no, it's safe here. We can. And my body's like, steel trap. We're gonna hold it till we get home. Like,
have you shit the entire time you've been here?
Yeah, it took a few days. But it's
I
also
thought you were gonna say, yeah, I took a few dumps. Like, whoa, easy.
It all
dude.
came out this morning.
I mean, eventually, but it's a house I'm used to though, right? So kind of second home sort of situation. So it took a few days, and then I was like, this is our home house. It's okay. But like if I were staying at your house,
Like coaxing. your
Probably
fucking
not.
Digestive system.
yeah, absolutely. I'll rub my belly and come on, it's cool. It's
Isn't
You
it
got a
cool.
squatty potty?
Weird how like
I have fun.
I listened to podcasts and they were talking about toilets and like I know it's like really weird. I don't listen to like podcasts about toilets. But it's basically it's Dak Shepard's podcast. They have like this guy from New Zealand that like lives here now and he's like doing this whole series now about like stuff in the US that's like different.
Okay.
And so this one was about toilets and like toilet culture and how like so many people admit to like if they work in an office building, they'll like walk to a different floor to go shit and
Yeah.
not on their floor. And just this whole weird like why don't you want to
they
be
not do
heard
that there?
peeing? He says it's not that common. Or like in some countries there's like urinals outside in the public.
No.
Like you just go pee outside. It's like
No.
I mean, yeah, it's just peeing. Like I guess when you think about it that
I'd
way.
rather that than like you go to like a random sporting event and it's like a trough.
Yeah, or like even
Legit, it's like a trough
Oh,
full
yeah.
of piss.
Yeah,
Like
you
those
go-
are bad.
Yeah, you go to like the
No.
Rivercat Stadium. You're peeing in like a steel bucket. It's like
Legit.
it's like 10 yards long, and it's just like
you might
six
as well
dudes.
just have all 60s dudes just circle around a little barrel.
That
like,
would be the barrel. At least wouldn't like splash up or like pee in grass. But yeah, it's just weird. Or like when you go pee, like oh, I don't want them to hear me pee. Like why as people are we so fucking weirded out by that? Like why are we so weirded out by that? Like why is it
I don't
such
care
a?
if you hear me pee.
I get weird about people.
I
Hearing me
used to
pee.
care more than now. I'm just like, okay,
Who
hear me
cares? It's
pee.
peeing,
Like I
yeah.
have to pee. We're all in the bathroom. We're all here to pee. I'm just gonna do it.
Maybe not all at once, but I mean, it depends on what you're into. What are you looking up?
What? Nothing now.
What a VR of pee,
Oh,
peeing at VR of peeing at a baseball game. That's what I VR into is pissing at like a fucking
Okay.
Rivercats
Like
game.
Fenway?
I actually hate potty talk.
You hate potty talk?
Yeah.
Well, now I want to just talk potty talk.
You made a mistake. Tactical error.
I hate
How are the boys going to the bathroom? Are they door open? Are they missing? How's their aim?
door open. If we go in public, Judah's now old enough that he knows, like, well, I'm going to shut the door behind me because
Makes sense.
in public. Other two don't care, no cares. Also, if we all go in a stall, we're all taking turns, I'll be mid pee and one of them's opening the door and I'm like, hello, excuse me.
Giving everyone a show, are we?
Almost even worse is like when I'm mid pulling the pants up, because like at least when you're sitting, you can't really see anything. Who cares?
Especially if you have a squatty potty.
Mid pulling the pants up, I'm like,
Yo. Yeah.
why are you doing this?
Wow.
It's like, I'm in a hurry, Mom. Let's go.
Also, the younger two don't wipe their butts still yet. And so at any given time, Mama, come wipe my booty. I'm like,
Can't wait.
at all. I mean, I'll be in the middle of making dinner. And it's like, come wipe my booty. I'm like, you're going to have to wait.
You're like, I'm making chicken.
I'm like, I'm making your food. Like, ugh. Also, potty talk, fun facts.
Mm-hmm.
So the bathroom upstairs in the room that we're staying in and using, right? The only.
In Austin's old bedroom.
Yeah, the
one that-
tiny-
the little bathroom nobody uses.
Yes, that is the one we're using. It's one of those like real shallow kind of bowls. The height is pretty good for them. It's a short potty, but just I don't know, something about how big they are. They keep going poop and it doesn't quite make it to the water.
More of a cedar?
Keeps
An
getting
inner bowl.
stuck.
Inner bowl? Or like
No.
seat?
Sounds like it's seed.
Inner bowl.
Inner bowl.
Oh.
The water level's just too low.
The water's too low and
Also
the bowl is too
Unpleasant to look at.
shallow.
Not a good look.
Won't go down, won't flush, not enough water
Oh, you get a
pressure.
little stick or your finger.
Well, it's
your
probably
knuckle.
because that toilet hasn't been used in like 4 fucking years. Like, it's,
Well, it also
the
then
pipes have got to be like
day one that
calcified.
we were there. Well, day one that we were there, it wouldn't flush. One of the kids went poop, and it wouldn't flush. And I fixed it. I fixed it. I'm like, how hard can it be? Toilets are pretty simple. So I fix it. I get it to flush. and I go pee. Won't flush. Again. And I'm like,
okay, I know what to do now.
oh,
though.
that was a simple fix. I'm like, I'm not doing that again. I'm leaving.
Look,
Let it sit.
brown, flush it down. If it's yellow, let it mellow.
Right? So actually, a plumber had to come out. You were right. Calcified pipes. They fixed it.
Wait, this was here
This week, yeah.
at this house.
Yeah.
This all happened.
Yes.
Wow.
So now it works, but there's not enough water pressure to get all of that off the bowl. So
basically, go downstairs.
that is the moral of the story.
So that this can happen again in 10 years.
Sawyer already told me though, we're all upstairs and I'm trying to get them in bed or get ready or something. I don't know. And he's like, well, I'm going downstairs. I'm like, what? No, for what? What are you doing? And he goes, well, I'm going to the bathroom that the kitty's in. I'm like, for what? And he goes,
Oh yeah, they have a cat. You guys have a cat.
she
that,
just
hangs
stays.
out. Yeah.
She scared the shit out of me. And I'm like, well, why are you going in there? For what? He says, I like that one better. It's cold in there. It's really hot up here.
Dude, yeah.
You know, you're right. You're onto
Respect,
something.
dude.
You're onto
Respect.
something. Yeah, like I follow him down there and he's just chilling, pooping on the toilet, petting the kitty, like living his life. I'm like,
I like this kid.
he's just got your chill personality. He's super chill.
Yeah.
Smart.
We had a cabin in Truckee. We had, like, the upstairs bathroom of the cabin like never worked. Like nobody ever used it
yellow caution tape
unless
on
you
it.
like had to, unless you peed. Like if you went pee up there, you were good. Like literally anything, any like tissue paper, anything more. It was like, hey, get the plunger.
Just low flow, nothing.
It just like,
You
I
like,
don't know,
hold
man.
the handle
It's
and
just,
it like
you're high up there. The elevation's different. The poop doesn't come down. It's just something about it. Just it didn't work. And it was like at the time it was like me, my two cousins who were like 2 years older than me, my dad, my mom, my sister, and then sometimes my grandparents. We would all be in that cabin. So like at some point somebody would have to use the bathroom upstairs. And it's like,
That's
well,
my
the plunger,
nightmare, honestly.
the fucking golden rule, the plunger's upstairs. Like you're gonna have to work for this one, dude.
No, that's
I would just go pee outside, honestly, especially when it was
Legit.
especially when it was like not freezing cold. Even if it's freezing cold, just walk outside and go pee outside.
must be nice.
You could do it.
Peeing outside's got me out of a lot of jams. Not that I was ever in a jam where like peeing would put me in a jam, but just like going to pee outside is just like it's the best.
It
Do y'all
is.
really use your shovel when you go backpacking?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you walk. I mean, you have to walk far away.
You don't have to.
Do you bring a roll of toilet paper in your backpack?
You bring some, or you find good leaves.
No, it's all
You're
leaves.
joking.
It's
You
leaves.
do
It's
not
always
actually
leaves.
use leaves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you find them
No.
on the way. When AJ, when we went last time, me and AJ's bit were like, oh, they'll be good too. Yeah, but you walk. I mean, you have to walk far away.
You don't have to.
Do you bring a roll of toilet paper in your backpack?
You bring some, or you find good leaves.
No, it's
You're
all leaves. It's
joking.
leaves.
You
It's
do not
always
actually
leaves.
use leaves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you find them
No.
on the way. When AJ, when we went last time, me and AJ's bit were like, oh, they'll be good TP leaves, and we would like grab them and like hold on to them.
Hella soft,
Yeah.
dude. Like legit, but and more durable. Way better than toilet paper. Eco-friendly too.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, we're planting trees basically.
Stop.
I mean, probably grow.
do we need to get off poop talk?
Yeah.
Do we have anything else?
I don't think I'm cut out for backpacking.
You done anything in nature? Are you a nature girl?
I
You like hikes?
Yeah, I love hikes. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I like being out in nature and hiking. Well,
That's
well, I like sleeping there. I like chilling outside.
Okay.
Not pooping there. It's not happening.
okay.
We'll go for like 2 days. You can hold it.
I guess like it's not. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not the most like amazing experience, but like you
Yeah.
got to do what you got to
Gotta do what you
do
gotta
to
do,
be
you gotta do it.
like. If you want to like get out in the fucking cuts, you got to be willing to.
Hold
like,
it.
even where we went wasn't really in the cuts. It's pretty populated.
That's
There's-
not pretty. I mean,
Hold it.
yeah, I can't. Especially with how bored we got. All we were doing was eating.
Yeah.
We packed so much food. It was like, hey, it's been 2
And
hours
and
since we
packed
ate.
less the second time.
Yeah, it's like we haven't eaten in like an hour and a half. Like, let's just cook some more fucking food.
We
Even though I'm
would
not
wake up,
hungry.
we're like, oh, okay, cool. Cook breakfast. Eat breakfast.
And then it's 8:15,
We're like,
and it's like, well, what do we do all day?
Well, then by 9, we're like, anybody hungry? No.
And I've like trying to parse out all my like instant coffee. Like I can have like 2 a day. And that was it.
But like the big event is making the instant coffee.
Are you still on your
We-
coffee Coffee game?
I haven't had coffee in a long time.
Really?
Ugh. What's the
Yeah.
matter with
How?
you? I had coffee this morning. It was great.
I don't. Well,
What do you get at Starbucks now then?
iced green tea.
Green tea is good.
I like it. Yeah.
Still caffeine.
Yeah, but different. Hits different. The coffee caffeine, it doesn't really make me like alert or like in the zone. It's more like when I don't have it, then I've started feeling real shitty. Like if I went a day without having the
Get a
coffee,
headache.
I would get really bad withdrawals. And I was
Super
like,
bad. Yeah.
I'm not into that. Well, so for a long time, I just didn't drink caffeine. I would get coffee, but it would be decaf. And then, I started liking these cold brew. You can't get a decaf cold brew.
I'm hooked on cold brew.
So I went through a cold brew kick and then the shaken espresso kick. It just is not the same decaf. Then it went too far. So I was like, yeah, I gotta get off this. And the shaken espresso is my favorite drink, and they never made it right. It got to the point where they were remaking it every time, or I was furious every time. I would leave Starbucks in a rage, talking to the manager every day.
Are you being a Karen?
Absolutely, absolutely.
No, you're being a John.
I'm sending feedback to corporate every day. Like,
What are they doing to your drink that's not up to your
Emily
standards?
gets it every day and she loves it.
the shaken espresso.
Yeah, because it's dairy free.
Right, which is another reason I liked it, because I don't do dairy. So, well, are they making hers right or wrong?
I haven't had it, but she loves it.
The
She
thing-
loves it every time.
Oof, impressive. Because,
What's wrong or right about it?
So, one thing that was wrong is that no two people make it the same, which is so shocking to me that she likes it every time, because no two people ever make it the same.
It's
red
got
flag.
like 400 syllables in the fucking name.
It does, but it's not hard to make. It's super simple. Obviously, I like the way I make it the best. So I would try to modify it to tell people what to do so that it would come out that way. Then I noticed over time, people kept handing me a thing full of fucking milk, like it's a latte. And I'm like, what's all this milk? Like, what is this? Why is there so much liquid in it? And why is it so light? Like, what is this? So then I started modifying it to work around that. Because I asked one of my ex-coworkers, like, what's happening here? And she said, well, when we make it the right way, the way you're supposed to, everybody complains that, where's my drink? You screwed me out of my drink. It's empty. There's this much space.
It's espresso.
It's supposed to be a shaken espresso. It's supposed to be mostly ice and air with so if you get you get a venti, it's really supposed to only be this much actual. Like if you let it sit, it would be like this much liquid. But when people get it, all they see is the empty space and they're like,
They feel gypped.
you screwed me out of my drink. So eventually
If I give you 20 ounces of espresso, you're going to have a coronary.
But see, people are used to ordering lattes. So eventually, over time, the baristas were like, fuck this shit. They're going to send it back anyway. I'm going to fill this fucker up with milk. So that's what they started making. That's not what I want. I hate lattes. I don't want the whole tub of milk. So then I started trying to work around that too. And I'd say, I want it like this. I want it like this. Anyway, they still wouldn't get it right. They'd hand it to me wrong. I would even say in the speaker, hey, I want it like this, the way you're supposed to make it. Make it to standard. That's Starbucks talk for make it the way you're supposed to fucking
You
make
were ordering
it.
this while you were working there? And you still couldn't get it right?
No, when I was working there, I'd make it myself.
Okay,
This
I was
is
gonna say,
like,
this seems weird.
This is after I was no longer working there, so I had to order it. But I would say it like, I would say, make it to standard. Make it the way you're supposed to. Make it the way it comes. So there was one time I'd be like, hey, you got the recipe card in there still? Because when a new drink comes out, they have for all of them really, they have a recipe card in case you're new or confused.
I'll do it to a fucking
Yeah,
T.
I'm like, you go, I'm in the intercom in the drive-thru. Yo, you got the recipe card in there?
You're dropping Starbucks jargon on them?
I'm like, go get it. Make it fucking like that. And they would still hand it to me wrong. And I'm like, and this is not a cheap drink either. For only this much
dude,
liquid,
nothing's cheap
it's
anymore.
$6.
For the fucking tall, it's $5.25. My fucking Trenta is $5 for cold brew.
It's hella okay, but when they get it right, when I make it, when anybody makes it right, oh, it's so fucking good. But it got to the point,
fucking almost $6
when it's right, it is. But it got to the point, where I'm like, so I'm having them remake it every day. But some days they were just so busy, I felt bad. Some days I didn't have fucking time to wait for them to remake a drink. Those Starbucks near us are hella slow. Like, I'm like, I don't have another 40 minutes to wait for this drink. So then it was to the point where I'm like, Starbucks is just stealing $6 from me every day for nothing. I'm not drinking it. Like, it's not even like I'll drink it and it's not good. I'm not drinking it. I'm throwing it in the trash. And you're over here telling me there's an oat milk shortage. Quit giving me a fucking venti cup full of oat milk. When I asked for shaken espresso, I want air. I want bubbles. I want to see the bubbles.
Wow.
So it was in my...
Now green tea is a bit easier.
So yeah, for my mental and physical health, I transitioned to green tea.
Wow.
Because, you know, if you don't make it just quite right, it'll fucking taste the same. You have to get it really wrong for it to taste bad. It's just green tea.
It'll happen.
It happened yesterday, but it's very rare. Like maybe once a month. And am I like, when they don't shake it, or if they don't add the sweetener, I'm like, come on now.
We've gone to like the Starbucks like pre-made iced things now, instead of going to Starbucks and spending like almost $5 for an iced coffee black. That's all I get.
Oh,
so you pay. That's another thing I don't get is like. So I could come in there and be like, I want this much milk, this much shaken, whatever. I want a topping, and it's like it's as much as me ordering a black. Like that doesn't. I'm sorry, like. You guys are fucking up, and you guys aren't making enough money, because like this isn't fair to me, because it's about me now.
A black iced coffee is like not that much.
Here it's what is it, $4.75 now?
$4.75, almost $5.
That's not even cold brew.
Yeah,
that's not even fucking cold brew. That's iced coffee. It's almost $5.
Unsweetened
so
too.
It's like I can't. Yeah, unsweetened.
The iced coffee is like water and it's like basically instant.
I know.
It's like water and
I know. Okay, I know, but it tastes good. Like
the cold brew's better, and it's not that much more. And the cold brew is made legit.
My point is, I haven't gone
jug of cold brew. I don't remember what brand it is.
Like Stock,
something like that.
It's not good.
It's good.
I don't like it.
I like it.
I love cold brew. Every once in a while, I'll get a cold brew because there's just nothing like it.
I can't justify going to Starbucks before work every day now. Like I was legitimately going there every day before work. That was my thing. I get my iced coffee, but it's like it's over $4 now. Like
That's a gallon of gas.
It's like I can't do that.
In Louisiana.
I was like, what fucking gas are you getting?
Yeah, it's just too fucking expensive.
Yeah, we try to only do it on weekends, and we've been pretty good about it. We got today because I'm off work, so
it's a weekend.
I need to probably do that, but I'm still stuck on my ice cream tea every day. It's like $3,
so that's helped.
Yeah, we ran out of the iced coffee, so I had to go to like hot coffee, like the Keurig.
Ew.
We have one
that's Starbucks.
It's meant to be iced. You do it in the Keurig, and then you put it in the fridge overnight, and then it's fucking good.
I've been tempted to. Have you seen these like fucking hippy dippy like subscription iced coffee things where you like get a box and you put it in your fridge and you like have a box of iced coffee and you like do the thing? I've considered it. It's like
I'd be down. Try it.
$40.
Have you not just like made your own cold brew? It's super easy and cheap.
Isn't it like science?
I don't know. I've seen it, and it's like there's like a fucking cloth involved, and like
in like the year 2007. It's now I have a whole ass bottle. I have two actually. I have two. One's a pitcher, one's a bottle, and it has the like filtery part in it. You just take the grounds. I grind my own, but whatever. You put it in there with good water, filtered water, and you let it sit overnight. And then you just take the middle filter part out with all the grounds, and then boop, there you go. Simple as that.
I think there's more to it. I think you're doing it wrong.
It sounds like a scam.
Well, okay.
Okay, when was the last time? How long have you gone without having caffeine?
Well, I have the green tea every day.
When was the last time you didn't have caffeine?
Oh,
question stands.
Actually, I don't have the green tea every day because there'll be random days where I just don't leave the house or I'm just busy and I don't go to Starbucks. You got your cold
brew in the fridge apparently. So
haven't made it in a long time. I don't get the green tea.
I don't know. It's so fucking easy. You probably do in your fucking sleep.
Probably a couple weeks ago, there'll be random probably 2 days a week I don't get the green tea. And I'm fine with it. I don't have to have the caffeine.
I'm not trying to over-exaggerate. I think there was like one day, like 2 weeks ago, and I didn't have coffee, and it was like 12 o'clock, and I was like, oh my God, I haven't had coffee today. And I was like trying to think of the last time I didn't have coffee, and I'm like, it may have been like over 2 years. Not even exaggerating. Like there's been no reason for me not to have coffee in the last like 2 years.
But that's
like,
how
even
I was before, and I didn't
even
like it.
Everything. Like
I don't like to be that stuck on something.
Fuck, man. It's so... But like, I go back and forth between...
It's delicious.
I go back and forth between like, okay, do I just stop it? I do need to do like, no, for like a week. Just so I can have a high... Just so I can have a rush of the caffeine when I drink it. Because at this point... At this point, it's just nothing. It's just to stabilize. It's just so I don't become a fucking monster. It's just to stabilize. I don't get a caffeine rush.
The withdrawals?
Unless it's like espresso.
You need a full week off and then like nitro cold brew.
Like I need a fucking train. I need 2 train to black nitro cold brew.
The nitro cold brew is fucking good.
The nitro doesn't come Trento.
2 fucking ventis then.
Yeah, sorry.
No ice.
But I think it's like, do I stop or do I just accept like my life is better with coffee? Like, I don't drink fucking soda. I don't eat, like, total dog shit. Like, I'm allowed to have black coffee.
Yeah, why not?
Why can't I give myself that?
Why not?
Because I hate myself.
I just don't like to be, like, hooked on anything.
Phonics?
Like, addicted. And so I'm already like that with, like, chocolate chip cookies. So that's the one I'll choose, and the caffeine had to go.
See, that sounds like a decision I would never make.
Do you make chocolate chip cookies like every day, or do you buy like?
Are you also, before you answer that, are you addicted to chocolate chip cookies?
Absolutely.
Holy shit!
What?
I have at least one chocolate chip cookie every single fucking day.
Did you have
Do
one
you
today?
make them?
These are my confessions. No. What?
Did you have one today?
Yes.
From where?
So
Starbucks. They made it wrong.
Starbucks. I either pre-buy a certain kind from Whole Foods, or I get one at Starbucks with my green tea.
I love this.
Or
This is
sometimes
so good.
So when my mom made brownies the other day, were you like,
Where's the chocolate chip cookie?
No, I have both.
Even though those things fucking fell apart. I picked one up and I was like, well, I got half of a middle
Did you
section.
see Tyler try and cut them?
Yeah, stupid.
He wanted like fucking Freddy Krueger. Like,
It doesn't matter. They're still delicious. So today I had my chocolate chip cookie and then 2 of those brownies.
I didn't have any of the brownies.
So funny, like, the little things that we do to, like, convince ourselves, like, no, it's okay, like, 1 cookie a day is fine. If I had 1 cookie a day, I would, like...
No, I don't
I'd
think
convince myself I was, like, a fucking fat piece of shit.
First of all, if I ate 1 cookie, I don't stop at 1 cookie.
That's the struggle. See, that's the good thing about me getting it from Starbucks is they put one in the bag and then I'm done with the drive-thru and then
buy
that's
as
it.
many as you want, though.
That's one reason I stopped buying them is to save me from myself because the ones I get at Whole Foods are the little 2 bites.
Like a little Famous Amos. Like
That size, but soft. And so back
So
in the
like
day,
chewy chips
the
are
way
like-
it
What about
started
a
was
Spunkmeyer? Oh,
grandma's cookie,
freak.
dude.
Oh, grandma cookies.
The peanut
I'll go
butter.
feral.
Gam Gam?
Peanut butter, you freak.
ew, what? No, I love
Ew.
peanut butter.
Peanut butter's the best.
Do you like peanut butter?
Not really, but like
Really?
especially not in a cookie.
Oh, no, peanut butter
Dude,
cookies
peanut
are
butter
fucking
cookies are
disgusting.
my fucking
I used to
weakness.
just take those little 2 biters though, and I'd have like 2, 3, you know, a normal person amount, just a little hit. No, it got to the
Now
point
it's like 2-3 bags.
I'd go through a whole box in a day.
Dude,
Sorry, not sorry.
That was like...
So,
Yeah.
so I quit buying them.
But I'm sure it's hard now because, like, I'm sure you have, like, little snacks for the kids, too. And you're like, it's a kid's snack.
They don't-
Like, I
I
can
don't
have...
like their snacks that much, really.
No.
So I'd give them their snacks, and then I'd eat my box of cookies.
Like, Mom, I want cookie. No.
Actually, yeah, they'd be like, "Can I have one?" I'm like, "No, these are mine." I'd buy them.
Talk to me. Did you buy it?
We'd have 2 separate boxes of cookies. I'd have their box of cookies, then I'd hide my box of cookies like a fucking hoarder. Like, it was getting out of control.
But you still do.
So I don't care so much about, like, the other day I was eating the brownies at Susan's and Dad's like, "Another one? You already had one." I'm like, do I look like I give a fuck how many brownies I eat?
So Dad's one to talk.
Well, I don't care about that. I'm just like, I don't care. So to me, it's like the addiction factor and the sugar. I really don't like that to consume that much sugar. So everything else doesn't have that much is how I ration it. I'm like, that
You're
one
like,
cookie.
I haven't had any sugar.
That
so
one
this my
cookie is
freebie.
bomb, overload, and everything else not that much. Like I get my tea sweetened at Starbucks, but they're half pumps. It's like
Still
minimal. It's not that much.
See, I couldn't do that. I'd be like, you fat fuck. You can't get sweetener. You
also
piece
don't
of
like the
shit.
taste.
No, that's true. I don't like
Yeah.
it, dude. There's been times where like I've ordered a black coffee and they've given it to me sweetened it, and I'm like
I don't like the taste of the
can't do
classic
it.
syrup, which
Yeah.
is what they put in
Yeah.
that. That's ass. But in the tea, they put liquid cane sugar.
Oh, okay.
It's good. And it's a little it's a half bump.
I can do like sometimes. I mean, she's making almond milk downstairs right now. Sometimes she'll make like a chai tea latte with fresh hot almond milk with like some cinnamon on top. I can fuck with that. That's bomb. That's hella
that
good.
sounds so
That
good.
Market by where we
That sounds so
camp in West Shore, Tahoe, best fucking chai tea latte.
Yeah, if you can, like,
I love chai.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I kind of want to. I'm like, it's like kind of good. I never get it. I just like take a sip of hers.
And like the iced chai too.
I love chai.
Have you tried matcha?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I like a good matcha.
What's good? How do you make good matcha? The only thing I've tried
It's the
is
green
like,
one, right?
yeah, I got a fucking bag of organic matcha that I bought at fucking Costco, thinking I would eat it, and I've had it for.
I think
like
it's
a year.
hard to make it. It's one of those things I feel like it's hard to make it unless you really get into it, like make it yourself. Like I don't think I could, but like in Starbucks matcha's ass. It's not real, but like at like coffee shops in New York, I will get matcha there just as much as coffee because it's so good. Like if you know how to make it. I don't know what makes it good.
I'm with you. When we were in here, I mean, it would be like when I was traveling, when I was in Italy, like every morning we would have a fucking like espresso, which of course is like this fucking, or an Americano.
Yeah.
It was like this fucking big, and I have probably like two of them, and a croissant, and then you wouldn't eat until like lunch. And I'm like, I'm fucking good. I'm gonna move here, bro. Like a lightly buttered croissant with like a couple sprinkles of like powdered sugar on top. It's like warm, and then the Americano, like, hey, give me another Americano. And they bring you another one, and I'm like, I'm fucking zipping around. I'm fucking ready to go. Like, let's fucking walk around. I'm ready to go. And then it's like,
Run.
oh,
Was
I'm
it
ready to
so
eat.
fucking good?
It was like probably the best food place I've been. Like, we're hopefully about to go to Costa Rica. By hopefully, no, we're going to Costa Rica.
Well, someone's going.
Not a food capital.
No.
You can't go wrong with like Spanish food or Mexican food. Like, you really can't. It's just
Costa
fucking
Rican-
beans and rice. But it's not like a place for food. But like Italy is like every place we ate was like just fucking pizza or pasta. And that was
That's
that
my
was
shit right
fucking
there.
it. Like, you just can't beat it. You fucking can't. It's the best fucking food. It's the best food.
Loki getting kind of hungry.
We gotta go soon anyway.
Yeah.
Like
Ooh, yikes.
What time is it?
9, 10.
Yes.
I got an order to pick up at Target. They close at 10.
Okay.
So earlier today, I actually had to go do Target pickup at the Auburn one.
Oh.
That was so freaking far.
Up here?
Yes.
Why'd you do it at Auburn?
So apparently there is a now tampon shortage in the world.
Because there's shortage for everything. For
Yeah, the
heard of that.
tampon
for non-white
shortage
males.
is, must be nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pee outside while I'm at it.
I don't make the rules. They just
Anyway, the Auburn one was the only one that had the kind of like. Dad was like, "What about these?" I'm like,
peasant.
"Can tell you've never used a tampon." So
Okay. Well,
honestly, now I'm regretting not getting more than one box, considering they're probably gonna be
well, you can
sold
go
out.
back and get some cookies. Eat the box of cookies like in the aisle, and then just like self check out and just like throw it in the garbage.
It's called stealing.
Okay, sorry. I know you guys gotta go. Have you
I
guys
got
ever like? Okay, I'm not gonna ask.
What?
We've stolen something from Target, and it was like really funny because like, have you guys ever like done that at the self checkout and just like
No.
no,
Like not scan something?
like not scan something?
No.
Okay, well, like we weren't at the not self checkout when we first moved here. We got like a garbage can,
Oh, I
like
remember this.
a big fucking garbage can, the one that's downstairs, and we put a pan inside the garbage can.
I mean, it's
But
genius.
you forgot about it.
This is the best part. The next day, Andrea went there, bought some stuff, went to self checkout, bought like a shoe rack, left the shoe rack there. So I guess
So
it's
it's
a fucking,
karma.
it's a fucking
See,
wash.
what
But I
we
think
do-
about that like every fucking day.
What I do, the first time was on accident. Like I'll get like meat and we put two of the meat things in one bag, and you go through, you scan it, you put it, but they're both in the same bag. You only get charged for one.
It's plausible
Stealing.
deniability. Oh, I forgot. You're having me do your job.
I don't.
Or is this
No,
is
I
this
don't
organic?
steal.
No. How many bags did you use? 0?
Oh, so we don't have to pay for our bags. And the other day I did self-checkout and I'd already put everything in the bag. And then it asked me how many bags. And I was like,
That's a little personal.
am I supposed to tell the truth? Also, now it's too late. You waited till the end to tell me.
Nobody tells the truth there. It's always
It's
0.
like, this is bullshit. I was like, why didn't you tell me at the beginning? I was pretty mad.
Did you put 0?
No, I put 1. I don't steal.
It's 10 cents, bro.
I'm about to go home and smash some of them brownies.
All right. This was really fun.
It was all over the place.
Kayla, I'm glad you didn't sleep through this one. And you will not sleep through the next one.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
I like your room. I like your setup. I like your little house.
Thanks.
This is actually where he sleeps.
Easy. I sleep outside with all the fucking black sludge. Bye.